Hello. Hi, I'm Valery, and this is week 6 post mommy makeover. A day late like usual. Don't mind me. So yeah, I'm healing up really cool. I'm going through freaking life changing mental breakthroughs right now, and I'm just gonna touch up on it. So yeah, I always catch you like, you're already watching, I'm gonna say whatever I want. No, but God, it's just amazing what we can do if we wanna, and that is the main thing. It's like, if you want something bad enough, then you set the bar there, and you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna go for it, I'm gonna do it. These are my barriers. Maybe it's financial, maybe it's up here, maybe it's just mental, stuff like that. But once you realize what it is you need to do to change to get there, just all you need to do is tell yourself, okay, that's just one thing, let's work on it. Done. Next. So I wish I was better with words. But basically, I'm just going through a lot of breakthroughs right now, mentally, emotionally, all kinds of stuff. And it's because, I'm finally realizing that you have the greatest power. We are all born with so much power that we don't access, that only as a child you think about it, and you imagine, and you dream, and you think, you have the world ahead of you, and this is what I want to be when I grow up. The next day, no, this is what I want to be when I grow up. And and you believe that all you have to do is yeah, this is what I want, this is what's going to happen, and you dream about it, and it's possible. And you somehow grow out of that, and you start to see all the barriers and challenges that confront you, and instead of thinking, yeah, I can learn from this, you take a hit, and you take a beating, and you forget to believe the way you used to believe that, I wanted this so bad, and I really thought I could get it, but look, I don't have the money, or, this came my direction, I fell in love and I got hurt, I got my house taken away from me, or whatever it is, and you're just like, maybe I am just a piece of crap. And that, guys, is so dangerous. It's so dangerous to allow the negativity in your life get through to you and convince yourself that you're not enough, that you can't do it. And once you convince yourself, you're kind of screwed until you get back into that last mentality, guys. And I honestly finally feel like I'm myself. Since I was a kid, junior high school sucked. After high school sucked. Up until now, obviously a lot of really great things happened too, but my mental state, I kind of gave up, and I really began to settle on, and I would grow up in a small town. I'm never gonna get out of here, man. It's impossible. How? And I gave up on dreaming and thinking about, it's not about getting out of this small town, it's about getting out of this small town mentality that I acquired. It's this mentality that I can't dream big, that I can't ever see and travel, and I run into people every day that I don't like, that don't like me, blah blah blah. Who freaking cares? The only person that affects me if you don't like me is you, because that's negativity brewing inside of you and your heart and your mind that's making you rotten. And I'm not talking to anybody in specific. I'm really not talking about, I literally have nobody in mind when I'm saying this, so don't think, damn, she made another video. No. This is just in a general sense, like, if you're feeling negative about somebody and you hate them and you have these negative thoughts, man, like, that negativity is in there. It's not in mine, it's in yours. You know what I mean? And that's something I teach my daughter, my kids. My daughter's I put her in gymnastics and she freaking loves it. And at first, I think she didn't start out very well because she was very shy. And she'd look around at the girls around her and see how they're doing. And, and I had a talk with her and I'm like, girl, why are you so shy? Like, I get it, but I'm like, you know what? Like, no matter what people think about you or if they're looking at you like she's wearing the same shorts again, baby, who cares? Like, you worry about yourself. And this conversation was a lot longer than me summing it up. And I'm just like, if you worry about yourself and you really focus about how well you're doing and how much better you're doing today than you did yesterday, like, you're only going to grow and you're going to get better. And you're not going to have that worry and that stress of what people around you are thinking. And I'm like, and in her case, like, that's going to make you less shy because you're not going to be worrying about, like, how they smiled at you, how this person said hi to you, whether they even said hi to you or anything. Like, okay, she's 5, so let's just throw that in there. She's 5, so I go into crazy detail, but I'm just like, baby, you try your best. Like, you are freaking amazing. I practice with her at home. I don't do it, but I help her do her little back bends and stuff like that. And I'm like, baby, you're doing good. And if she falls, she's like, I just can't do it. I'm like, you just did. You just did it. Like, I don't know why you're telling me to do it. I just saw you. You're doing it. And you're doing better than the last time. And that's crazy how well you're doing. And it's just like, dude, like, in your life, like, tell yourself that. Tell yourself, look what you just did. You're doing great. Like, you're achieving things, whether it's little or big. And that's what that's what I tell myself now. And it's just crazy reaching this mental, like, self-esteem thing. And it's not like my self-esteem was reached or up so much because I had surgery. I think the greatest mental achievement that came from all of this is not that my self-esteem is better. It's that I set a goal that I didn't really think I'd reach. I really doubted myself. Like, man, I'm never going to get there. When I was depressed and, crying or whatever in my past, like, relationships or whatever it was, like, I'd sit there and think, damn, this is me. This is where I'm at. This is as good as I can do. Okay, I guess so. I guess this is it, man. Even if I died, nobody would care. They'd be better off without me. And then I fucking slapped myself in the face. And I got out of it, dude. Like, honestly, like, if I could just reach a goal, and this is a small goal, really. It's a small goal compared to all my new goals. Like, this was a huge ass goal to me a year ago, 2-3 years ago. And now I'm just like, cool, check. Here's the rest of my list. And I think it's amazing. Like, if you don't have goals in life and you're not looking forward to anything and doing better and improving yourself, it could get depressing, man. Like, we go through that and like, all you mamas watching too, like, I don't know how many of y'all have gone through postpartum depression. That, like, it's very, very rough. And especially if you don't have, like, the right, like, support system. Like, if you don't have somebody that's, like, understanding and gentle with you and compassionate, like, it's very, very hard to get through it. But I just hope you guys can, everybody can, and you just look at yourself and you freaking know, like, we were built for greatness. We're God's greatest creatures. So we were built in his image. And that is just, if you can wrap your head around that, like, really meditate on that sentence, maybe you'll have a breakthrough on your own. with that. But summing up this part of the video, yeah, man, like I'm really happy with where I'm at right now. I'm growing a lot. I joined a new, I signed up for a new education program that hopefully is also going to allow me to grow and reach the rest of my goals. This program, it's so inspirational. There's so many great speakers who have been through like the craziest of things, from living and sleeping out of their car to 3 years later being millionaires. And like, wow, like if my goals aren't that high, what am I doing, you know? And I'm excited now, and I'm happy, and I'm just not letting the negativity in other people's brains or mouths or hearts ever get to me. I don't even listen. And it's not because I can't listen to them, because I can and I can take it, but I'm still human, and it'll possibly alter my mood for just a minute, and then I have to coach myself back out of it, and that's totally freaking normal. So anyways, guys, I'm really happy to be showing a 6 week post-op for my mommy makeover. Just a reminder, that is what this video is about. I did a tummy tuck, breast augmentation, and truncal area lipo fat transfer to like my hips. And I'm gonna try to show as much as I can today. I might go ahead and just put on like a bathing suit or something like that. It's just, I feel weird. Like, I know it's a weird concept that it's so different to be in a bra and panties versus in a bikini, but I'm not that open with everything. But I do want to kind of show how well this area is healing, because when I first got it, like they put the implants and your boobs are like, the implants like all the way up here, legit. And so they give you this band to hold them down while they settle, and I think they've finally actually settled to like a normal range. So with all that being said, guys, like if you guys are having struggles and I know what it's like to not have anybody to talk to not want to bother your friends or your family, because I really did feel like a bother when I was going through depressing, like abusive stuff, and I knew my friends would be there for me, or my cousins, my family. I knew they'd be there for me, but internally, like, my self-esteem was so low that I didn't even think I was worth bothering the people around me. And that's like those are my lowest points. I didn't even want to bother to ask for help, because I didn't want to ruin the mood of the person I was talking to. And oh my god, I didn't think I'd choke up a little bit. So if any of y'all are going through shit like that, like, I'm not perfect, I'm not a professional, but message me and I got you. If you're interested in finally making that personal change up here, I'm not only talking about physically you want to improve and possibly go through a surgery like mine or something like that, hell yeah, message me there too. But if you really want to make a change mentally, emotionally, and you've been through some crazy stuff and you just need advice, or you just need somebody to talk to, if you message me like, hey, I don't even need a response, if you just say I'm there for you in response, I just need a vent, please do so. Like, it's hard. Life kind of kicks you in the balls sometimes, and then it's really hard to get back up. So anyways, yeah, that's what I'm doing these for. I'm not doing these for me. Just like, the surgery I did for me, again, these videos is to help you guys. So yeah, I'll get to it. Okay. Here's the big reveal. So dumb. So I ordered this when I had just had my third baby. So this was last year. This was the only one I could get to fit me, because it was right after having a baby, so they were all big and whatnot. All my other ones, they're way too small now. Anyways, so yeah, that's kind of how they're healing. This one, I can feel it like right here. where I could feel where it is. This one is like a little higher. See there and there. It's probably like this much higher than the other one. And that's after it dropped. This one actually barely sort of settled down to be pretty even with this one. And that's totally normal. So, yeah. I think the sitting is like a really nice, I ended up with like a very nice shape because they did lipo all of this. And it wasn't entirely necessary because at the point in my physical life or whatever before the surgery, I've only lost about 5 pounds since the surgery. So the purpose wasn't to make me look skinnier and blah blah blah. It was the main purpose to reshape and take this out. Before in this, I used to have like this huge pooch, and that's why I bought it so high-waisted, was to hide my little pooch. And I still like it. I'm still gonna wear it and stuff. It's very pretty. But yeah, so I like the figure I ended up with, especially sitting down. It looks pretty cool. It's like small here, and then it like gets bigger on the sides. This is where I had them. So this is where they injected that fat from the rest of my torso. The doctor said it wasn't a whole lot of fat, but it's cool. I don't get a discount for it. The incision lines for that, incision marks, like there's one right there. That's a mosquito bite, so ignore that. It got hella itchy and swollen right here, and I'm like, is my incision mark infected? What the hell? So I was scratching at it, and I looked, and it wasn't even it. So here, sorry for all the mosquito bites. I don't know why I'm apologizing. That was weird. But yeah, this is kind of like the full after. I can actually see my muscles where they were. They were just hiding under thick skin, and it was just crazy. And they weren't entirely brought together. I had a diastasis that was like this far apart, and that sucked. Yeah, that's the full thing. Obviously, I didn't or couldn't do anything about. I have stretch marks all along here. Like I said, I gained a lot of weight and then lost a lot of weight, so I'm covered in stretch marks that don't bother me. But yeah, when I came out of surgery, for days, like weeks, this whole area was either painful, mostly painful up here. This area was like numb. I wonder if I could actually show. There's 2 little holes he made for the lipo because he wanted to pull fat out of here, right here. And it looks like he did, but it looks like I still have fat. It's totally natural. It's so weird. But he did pull a lot, and then he transferred it to the whole thing. I'm just gonna hold it now. So that's why I wanted to wear actually like a bathing suit, because I did realize, my friend pointed out, that I don't really talk a lot about that fat transfer. And I think it's just because it didn't make as big of an impact on my body or my appearance as I guess expected. I didn't expect to look like no Kim Kardashian. Like I just wanted this figure right here. And that's why he did that. And I believe he put a little bit like right here in this whole like hip area right here. Because this was all numb when I woke up. So that's how I could tell off the bat. Because I was very swollen all around from just being in a basic freaking surgery. But that was just numb. So, okay, I'm gonna get a little closer to like the window. Yes, it's closed, don't worry, I'm not. So this is the incision. I put Mederma on it now. I started wearing Mederma after the incision healed and it's closed up. You can start to put Mederma on it so that scar heals nicer and more soft. But you can see it's just a little dark, and that's what looks peely. It's not dry. The Mederma forms like this little film on it, and it starts to look a little peely after a little while if it's rubbed or anything like that. So This is the only one that I might still be a little self-conscious about, but dude, that's not even enough to bother me. And yeah, so that's, sorry, I keep smacking my lips. I just caught myself. That's really annoying. This mark right here is just from my underwear. It's not a new stretch mark. People do get new stretch marks when they do something like this because their skin stretched down and it's obviously stretching to be flat from when they removed stuff. So it's pretty self-explanatory why that can happen. This is not stretch marks. Like, I do still have some here because I know I had stretch marks above my original belly button, but I was wearing these like not Sophie shorts, I don't know, they're shorts with the elastic, those workout shorts, and it sits here, so that's really not a bunch of stretch marks. But I still have some, and like I said, I'm okay with it. Look, this mark here is from injecting the fat. That's because he did inject fat right here in my hip, so that's from the giant ass needle being shoved into me. And I have the same mark on this side, a little behind it. Like I said, that's from him injecting fat right here in my hip. So that's where my fat transfer went. And I'm glad I did wait to really show the progress of that, because I was all around swollen at first. That's why I was like, you can't even tell. But the swelling went down so much here that I can actually see it now. And it makes me feel good about myself. That's why I did it. But I remember in my first videos, this whole area was very swollen. And at 2 weeks or so, I had some drainage coming out of here, and I freaked out. And I was like grossed out, and I thought maybe it was infected. Oh my God, what's going on? No, it was the swelling from here drained. So now that I know that, I mean, at the time I was freaking out. So it was like, I don't know, it was gross. But now that that's over, I realized, wow, that swelling went down around the same time. So now I can see a little more muscle definition. Because, girl, I knew I had muscle. I do a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? At work or exercising, and I love doing abs, but with the diastasis, it made it really hard to do. And if I tried to do ab workouts, it would hurt my lower back because I didn't have the proper support to do all of that. And that's all sewn up. I'm really excited to start doing ab workouts again. I haven't started. I know a lot of people that start like very soon after their surgery. I haven't. The most I do is power walk, and go up and down my stairs because my bedroom's upstairs. So I'm always doing that. So yeah, I'm gonna try to crop together a good before picture. I didn't take a lot of good pictures of myself because, for obvious reasons, I didn't like how I looked. I do have that introduction video. If you haven't seen it, please go look. That was the day before surgery, and I stood in front of a mirror. I brought the phone down exactly at this height. I showed you the squeezing and the squishing and the skin and all the stuff I wanted to get removed in that video. So if I don't find pictures, then they're not edited in this video. That's why I couldn't find any, and the best content you're going to find with a before is there. I could upload in my final video of all this stuff pictures of when I was pregnant, because I was big, and that'll give you an idea of how my skin got to be like that. I'm having to remake the last of that video. It wasn't saving right or anything like that, so I'll just crop in a photo of my my breast incisions. On the second incision, I was wearing a sports bra that had an underwire on it, and that just irritated a lot, and so it healed a little bit like thicker / irritated. So don't do that. No. That underwire bikini I wore in the video, I only wore it for a little bit. That's not what did it. I actually tried going out and about with the wrong type of bra. They say don't wear that for a reason. Learn from me. So that's it, guys. Thank you guys for watching so much. If you're behind on what the heck is going on, watch the rest of them and stay kind.